Suanaga begins her first day as a music teacher at a high school. Though nervous at first, she gradually becomes comfortable with her students. During class, a student named Akira suddenly collapses beside her, and she rushes to help him, an incident that marks the beginning of their emotional connection. Recently moved to the city, Suanaga lives with her roommate and shares that helping children has been her dream since childhood. At school, she notices that many junior high schools are closing due to declining enrollment. Wanting to support education, she often sends her suggestions to Tokyo. Kawai, who works there, sometimes replies, though his senior urges him to focus on his duties. One morning, while taking photographs, Suanaga unexpectedly sees Akira doing the same. When he notices her watching, he abruptly leaves, leaving her puzzled. At home, Akira's mother calls him for meals, revealing that their family runs a small carpentry business. Since his parents are often away, a man named Jofi stays with them to help around the house. At school, Suanaga approaches Akira to ask if he has bought lunch and to offer her support. However, Akira, who dislikes unnecessary conversation, unexpectedly slaps her and walks away. Later, while talking to her friend Kawai, Suanaga hides the incident, wanting to remain an understanding teacher who can connect with students. Afterward, Kawai leaves for a business meeting. Akira soon receives a letter from the school calling for a parent-teacher meeting, making him anxious as he recalls slapping Suanaga. Around the same time, some students behave inappropriately toward Suanaga by trying to see what she is wearing underneath her clothes, even pouring water on her. The teacher finds out and strictly warns them that such behavior is unacceptable. Since Akira misses the meeting, Suanaga visits his house. His mother asks her to take care of her foolish boy, explaining that he's going through a rebellious phase but is kind-hearted deep down. Suanaga smiles and assures her she will do her best. That evening, Kawai calls Suanaga about something important. Her roommate mentions that Kawai is planning something in Tokyo, prompting Suanaga to visit him with friends. When she arrives, Kawai takes her shopping and later proposes to her with a ring. She happily accepts, as she genuinely loves him. At a business party that night, Kawai introduces Suanaga as his fiancé. When Akira overhears, he tells Suanaga to quit her job. His mother scolds him for his rude comment, while Kawai reassures Suanaga of his love and support. The next evening, Akira's mother prevents him from reading something, frustrating him. When he doesn't come to school the following day, Suanaga grows concerned. Together with his mother, she searches for him until nightfall. Finally, she spots him sitting on his bicycle in the rain, far from home, and convinces him to come back with her in her car. While Akira changes clothes in the car, Suanaga briefly pauses upon seeing him. Akira remembers the poem about rain that she had once taught in class. As Suanaga prepares to leave, Akira suddenly holds her hand, creating a moment of tension as if he might kiss her. But Kawai's call interrupts them. After class, while driving home, Suanaga returns Akira's jacket, which he had left in her car. Later, Akira confronts her, shouting that he likes her more than he even understands why. Suanaga softens upon hearing his heartfelt confession. Following Akira's heartfelt declaration, Suanaga wonders what he truly meant. She admits she had thought he hated her, leaving Akira confused and uncertain. The next morning, Suanaga greets her students and Akira glances at her from a distance. Someone secretly takes a photo of them together. Later, in the library while Akira is studying, Suanaga sits beside him to talk. Akira tells her, "Loving you isn't enough. You also have to fall in love with me." Suanaga apologizes, saying that's something she cannot do, and quietly walks away. From the rooftop, she later watches him practicing with other students, wondering about his behavior. At home, Kawai messages Suanaga, informing her that his parents have suddenly invited her and her parents for dinner. That evening, they visit Kawai's family. During dinner, Kawai's father asks why Suanaga loves his son so much. She explains that their bond is built on years of trust, reliability, and deep affection. Her sincerity pleases them. On the way home, Kawai appears thoughtful, but then unexpectedly kisses Suanaga, making her laugh in surprise. During the sports event, Akira plays with his teammates, enjoys himself, and leads his team to victory. After the game, Suanaga feels a strange emotion stirring within her. When Akira unintentionally holds her hand and gently scolds her, confusion fills the air. Suanaga tries to leave, but Akira keeps stopping her, asking why she doesn't like him. She explains that, as his teacher, her role is to guide and help him solve his problems, not to fall in love. She leaves feeling frightened and conflicted, while Akira stands puzzled by her words. Later, someone attempts to photograph them again. After the match, students return to class. Akira's mother visits the school and asks the principal about her son's absence, learning that Akira is actually at home. Concerned, the principal realizes that Akira's unstable behavior could damage both his and the school's reputation. That evening, while riding his bike angrily, Akira is unexpectedly surrounded by others. Later that night, Suanaga passes by and finds him lying on the ground, injured. She rushes to help, and as she does, Akira suddenly hugs her tightly, overwhelmed by emotion. Suanaga tells him to go home since he's hurt. But upon arriving, Akira explains that his mother is away for work and he doesn't have a house key. With no one else nearby to turn to, Suanaga allows him to stay temporarily and helps tend to his wounds. They realize that some medicine is missing, so someone is sent to retrieve it. Meanwhile, a photo of Suanaga and Akira leaving the room together spreads online, angering Akira's mother. Just then, Kawai arrives unexpectedly to visit Suanaga, startling her. He warmly tells her that he missed her. Moments later, Akira returns with the medicine, surprising both Suanaga and Kawai. Akira leaves without seeing Kawai, while Suanaga manages to ease the tension. Kawai hugs her, saying he missed her deeply and came only to see her. At school, Suanaga notices his withdrawn behavior, while rumors spread after a photo of them appears online. Ms. Haraguchi shows the image to Kawai, but he doubts its authenticity. That evening, Suanaga visits Kawai's home, where Haraguchi is also present. The two women share drinks and a quiet conversation about love and loss. During the school picnic, Akira gets into a fight with Ebihara. Suanaga and the principal intervene. When Akira learns his mother has collapsed, Suanaga escorts him to the station. Later, learn that Ebihara was the one who posted the photo online. Back at school, the teachers return from the camp, and Iwasaki feels heartbroken. Haraguchi confesses to Kawai that she likes him, and they talk about Suanaga and Akira. Eventually, Haraguchi impulsively kisses Kawai. Recovered and cheerful, Suanaga returns to school, where Akira's mother confronts her about the rumors. Suanaga clarifies that Iwasaki's feelings for Akira caused the misunderstanding and promises to keep guiding him as a teacher. That night, Suanaga tries calling Kawai, but he doesn't answer, still upset about the incident with Haraguchi. Later, a colleague informs him that he'll soon be traveling to Singapore with Haraguchi for work. Suanaga mentions both the festival and their marriage preparations to Kawai over a video call. The festival begins with the whole school gathering. Akira spends the day with Iwasaki, playing games and enjoying celebrations. That night, after the fireworks, Akira tells Suanaga he wants to be with her, even if only for one night. She replies that she loves Kawai and tries to leave, but Akira grabs her hand, making her stumble, then kisses her. He says it doesn't matter what others think, and Suanaga, overwhelmed, doesn't resist as they share another kiss. Akira then leaves with her for Suanaga's home. Before they reach, Kawai and Akira's mother see them together, silently realizing what has happened. Suanaga tries to intervene, but Kawai stops her and takes her home. She explains everything, but Kawai calmly says there's no need. He trusts her completely. At school, the principal questions Suanaga about her time there and her growing closeness with Akira. She decides to resign. Akira, frustrated, begs her not to quit, but she stands firm. Later, Haraguchi asks Kawai about Suanaga's decision, then sarcastically congratulates him, pretending to be happy for him. As Kawai and Suanaga are about to leave, Haraguchi calls out again, confessing her love for him and claiming Suanaga truly loves Akira. Kawai says nothing and quietly drives away with Suanaga. Akira runs after the car, shouting her name, but she doesn't stop. Finally, Suanaga asks Kawai to stop the car, tells him she can't go with him or marry him, and returns his ring, then walks away. 3 years pass. Suanaga now teaches young children. One day, a student named Ayano gets hurt while playing, and Suanaga quickly gives her first aid. The next morning, while shopping for kindergarten supplies with Mr. Nogami, Suanaga sees Akira at a store. The brief sight of him stirs old memories. Yofei notices her there, and later informs Akira's mother. At a school reunion, Akira joins his friends but avoids any mention of the past. Later, as Suanaga and Mr. Nogami head home, Kawai meets her. They apologize for the harsh words exchanged years ago, finding quiet closure. During a school picnic, Mr. Nogami asks about Kawai, and Suanaga admits they were once engaged but broke up. That night, when he sees her working late, he gently asks about her past. Suanaga finally opens up, revealing everything. Meanwhile, Akira spends time with Iwasaki, who urges him to forget Suanaga, and they end up sharing a kiss. Back at school, Mr. Nogami praises Suanaga's resilience and hugs her in silent support. Elsewhere, Akira's mother comes across photos from the picnic posted online and grows increasingly worried. After school, Akira meets Iwasaki. She asks if they're officially dating, but he stays silent and just hugs her. Later, Iwasaki and her friends see Suanaga's photos online but decide not to tell him. One day, Akira's old friend sends him Suanaga's recent picnic pictures. Overwhelmed, he rushes to meet her. On the bridge, he runs into Kawai, who's there to retrieve his camera. Kawai tells him Suanaga is with him now, so there's no need to see her. Hearing this, Akira quietly turns back. At school, Ayano's mother angrily accuses Suanaga of having an affair with Mr. Nogami. He steps in, admitting he called Ayano's parents due to neglect, and confesses he has feelings for Suanaga, though she was unaware. That evening, Akira visits Suanaga, saying he's still the same as on the night of the fireworks. He only wanted to see her again. She gently refuses and gives him her bicycle so he won't miss the last rain. Akira leaves a heartfelt letter on it before leaving. The next morning, Suanaga finds his note, which simply says he wanted to see her. On her way back, she stops at the bridge, where Mr. Nogami appears, and she finally gives him her answer to his confession. Akira's mother meets Suanaga on the bridge with Mr. Nogami. She apologizes and expresses hope that everything will turn out well before leaving. The next day, Suanaga asks Kawai to deliver a gift to their friend's wedding reception since she can't attend. During their talk, Kawai reveals he's now dating Ms. Haraguchi, and Suanaga congratulates him warmly. That night, as Suanaga returns home, she finds Akira waiting outside. She tells him to leave her alone and stay away, but he calmly says she can do as she wishes and walks away. At the school recital, Ayano's mother apologizes to Suanaga for the false rumors she had spread. Meanwhile, Akira leaves a note behind and disappears. That night, he calls Suanaga, apologizing for everything and wishing her good luck before saying goodbye. During the call, Suanaga realizes Akira is on his way to Yamajima. Panicking, she rushes to the port. When she arrives, she spots Akira aboard the ferry and runs toward him, calling out his name. She manages to get on just as the ferry begins to move slowly away from the dock, carrying them both across the water. While on the ferry, Akira told Suanaga he was going to meet his father, a furniture maker in Yamajima. When they arrived, Akira finally reunited with him. Since there was no ferry back, Suanaga stayed for the day. Everyone was delighted, and they shared a pleasant meal together. Later, they went to the seaside to watch the sunset and talked about how much they knew each other. Akira hugged Suanaga, promising to protect her, quit school, find a job, and live together. Suanaga ignored him and reminded him that his father was waiting. That night, after noticing Kawai's missed calls and messages, Suanaga called him back. He accused her of being wrong for staying with Akira. Hurt, she left and spent the night at the ferry counter. Meanwhile, Ms. Haraguchi appointed Kawai to a position in Singapore and ended their relationship over lunch. The next day, during a storm, Suanaga slipped while chasing her map. When Akira realized she hadn't returned, he rushed out to find her. Hearing her cries for help, he ran to her, carried her on his back through the rain, and took shelter in a nearby hut. There, Suanaga confessed her love. Akira hugged her, and they shared a kiss. When they returned from Yamajima, Jofi was waiting at the port to pick up Akira. Suanaga's mother was also there. Furious, she slapped Suanaga and dragged her home by force. Akira tried to intervene, but Jofi restrained him the same way. The next day, Suanaga and her mother visited Akira's mother. Suanaga confessed that she loved her son, but Akira's mother sternly warned her to reconsider or face legal consequences. Suanaga's mother pleaded with her not to take any action. Later, Suanaga went to school and told her roommate she was quitting. That night, Kawai visited her, saying he couldn't move on and asked her to come with him to Singapore, but she refused. The following day, Suanaga met Ms. Haraguchi to seek help finding a job and a place to live. Haraguchi encouraged her and agreed to help. That night, Akira called Suanaga and told her their relationship was over. The next morning, Suanaga went to Akira's school to ask why. As they talked, Akira saw his mother approaching. He grabbed Suanaga's hand and they ran away together. On the overpass, they promised to stay by each other's side, until the police arrived and asked them to come to the station. The police took Suanaga away after Akira's mother accused her of kidnapping a minor, but she was released after questioning. The next morning, Akira's mother's lawyer asked Suanaga to sign an agreement to prevent legal action. It required her to end all contact with Akira. He gave her a week to decide. Later, Suanaga met Ms. Haraguchi at a hotel and explained everything. Haraguchi suddenly collapsed, and Suanaga rushed her to the hospital, where she learned Haraguchi was pregnant. Kawai also arrived soon after. When Akira found out about the agreement, he went to Suanaga's house, but she didn't open the door. The next morning, she met Akira's mother and her lawyer, returned the signed agreement, apologized, and promised never to meet Akira again. His mother later showed it to Akira, asking him to move on. Soon after, Akira and Suanaga spoke one last time over the phone. Akira wished her happiness, and Suanaga told him she was leaving abroad for work. They said goodbye. 5 years later, Suanaga, now a teacher, was capturing the sunset by the sea when she met Akira again. He gave her the canceled agreement, and they reunited with the same warmth where it all began. Their journey wasn't just about love. It was about strength, sacrifice, and finding peace within. Because true love doesn't end, it evolves. And when the time is right, it comes home. If this story inspired you, hit the like button and subscribe for more heart-touching tales.